Hello, 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 hello. I'm just waiting a little while. Hello, people. So I'm driving. Just gonna wait a couple of minutes or so. It's nothing I really want to talk about. Nothing really important I want to talk about. Just for like going live because I haven't really gone live for where people get in the chat. I haven't done that in a while. People need to learn at the stop signs. I mean, it's a reason why certain you just have certain areas where people have no class. Alrighty. Hello there. Hello there. You know, I was looking at a movie, some movie with Jennifer Hudson. I forgot what it was already, but it was a good. Jennifer Hudson is a good actor. I was at somebody's house looking at this movie that she was in. She's a good actress. A lot of these people, she's a talk show host. Now, I have not really seen her talk shows because I don't look at TV. Like, I don't have a TV in my house because it's nothing that I'm going to look at. So I don't need to invest in the TV that I'm not even going to look at. Oh, I'm on the wrong one. Robert Snake. What the heck? But a lot of people, I saw where a person, a YouTuber, I was looking at a YouTuber and she showed a bunch of videos on TikTok where folks were just going in on Jennifer Hudson's, on her interviewing skills, saying that she don't know how to interview. Like she just like don't have the words. She don't know what to say to people. She's like, huh? Who did that? Where they do that at? Huh? You know, and so they just laughing at how she does interviews because she doesn't know what to say, I guess. But I guess if she got the opportunity to be a talk show host and want to get paid for it, I guess so. But so that might not be her lane. I would not want to be a talk show host because they would probably say things like that about me. That's not my lane. I don't talk I don't have that much to say to people. I don't care what they're doing. I don't care. Oh, I heard that you had got married. I don't care. Like, I'm not like that's why I'm not a like I'm not a I couldn't even be a blogger. Where am I going? I couldn't even be a blogger to talk about other folks' business. You know, like a blogger, like a celebrity and stuff. I couldn't even do that because, like Wendy Williams, like that type of stuff. They like to talk about things like that. I could not. I wouldn't even be interested in journalism because that's how much I really don't care. And I think Jennifer Hudson, she don't care that much. I mean, I think it's because it's not her interest. And so, I guess some people say, look like she's not listening to what people say. Because I think one time somebody showed where Jennifer Hudson was interviewing Eddie Murphy and she asked the same question about 4 times or 5 times. You know, and so like she's not listening to what people are saying when they answer the question. Where am I going? See? I ain't say lost. But anyway, child, and I'm familiar with all these streets, but I don't know what to do from here. Let's make a left. I don't want to make a left, make a right. Oh, I have to fight that. But anyway, y'all. Yeah. What am I going to talk about, though? So people talking about the Essence Festival. And unfortunately, I never been to the Essence Festival, but I hear people talking about how it is no longer celebrating Black American culture. It's no longer celebrating Black American culture. You know, it's bringing in other cultures, like other Black cultures, like African cultures and things like that, but it's no longer really celebrating Black American culture. And you have some Black Americans that are upset about it and offended. You know, what I get annoyed with when it comes to Black Americans is that they don't take action. I guess it's a person who she's a Kenyan woman, who is the CEO or somebody that's over like the Essence Festival, something like that. Was she somebody that's over the Essence Festival? And it's a Kenyan woman. And how is that allowed? At this point, I don't care about being politically incorrect when it comes to these other nations being disrespectful. Am I going the right way? I don't know. I'll find out. When it comes to these other groups of people being disrespectful like that, I don't care if I am being politically correct or not. I don't care. Because they have this, according to some people that has attended Essence Festival for years, they have like completely disrespected the Black American community by just not celebrating Black culture anymore, and it's been more about like different cultures. Like it's been about different cultures, every other culture but the Black American culture. And at this point, it's time. Like I saw like some videos of people talking about, well, we're not trying to be rude, but that's just disrespectful. That's a slap in the face. And so, like, why you have to try to not to be rude by speaking your mind? When somebody's disrespecting you, somebody disrespects your culture, and they come and tell you that you don't have a culture. Black Americans do have a culture. The whole world has pretty much copied off of Black American culture for like decades. So Black Americans do have a culture. You get K-pop culture from Black American culture. You get a lot of people who sing R&B music because of Black American culture. So that don't make sense to talk about how Black Americans don't have a culture when you have all these other people who have copied off of Black American culture. That don't make no sense. So I get annoyed that Black Americans, sometimes they don't take action like that. Like they don't really take action. I'm going the right way. They don't take action, and they allow people just to keep running right all over them like that. But the reason why Black Americans don't take action and they allow people to run over them like that is because Black Americans are not united. They're not a united group of people, and so they allow folks to disrespect them like that because they're not united in the first place. They're not a united group of people. They're very fragmented. All these other nations that come in and be disrespectful, they're still more united. They have their problems, but they're more united. Black Americans are not united. That's why people can come in and do whatever the heck they want to do. I'm going the wrong way again. Let me cut this on. Anyway, hold on a second. Right. I'm going the wrong way, I already know. But yeah. So yeah, that's that. You don't have to try not to be rude when people are blatantly disrespecting you and your culture. And for like years and years, for decades, Essence has always celebrated specifically brown women, as celebrated the culture, the American culture. And all of a sudden, you get another group of people to come in from another continent, and they come in and just completely disregard you, and you have to try to be all sweet and nice about it, saying, well, we don't want to be disrespectful or anything like that. But it's like, no, they're disrespecting you. You don't have to try to be nice to them and try not to hurt their feelings when they are blatantly disrespecting you. But yeah. And another thing is, brown women have to now fight for their own spaces. Like Essence Festival used to be a place, I guess, to celebrate brown women, and now it's a place where they're celebrating not only brown women but trans women as well. Trans women, they're invading brown women's spaces, and then when the brown women say that they don't like it, they are called transphobic. They are called homophobic. And it just gets to a point where You just have to be okay with just being disliked. If they want to call you all these names, just be okay with people not liking you. Because what I've learned is that in order for people to, and then they still won't like you, you letting people walk all over you is not going to make them respect you, and they won't like you. And as a matter of fact, they actually will resent you. They will resent you. They will not respect you. So it's better off if they're uncomfortable. It's better off to just let them not like you. If I have to tolerate you walking all over me to be liked, then I just will not be liked. I said this before because this is something that I work on daily. I only care about what the Most High has to say. Some people might say the Holy Spirit. They only care about the Holy Spirit. They only, and it takes work to go in the direction of the Holy Spirit. But it's best to get to a point where you only care. It gets to a point where you only should care about what the Most High has to say and nobody else. Hold on a second. I don't know, Chester. I'm trying to go down. Anyway, yeah. Because we cannot worry about what society has to say. I'm almost like 50. People were like, "Are you married?" No. Why aren't you married by now? What's wrong? Something must be wrong with you. Why does something have to be wrong with me because I'm not married at the time you tell me I'm supposed to be married? Somebody or have kids, and somebody showed a TikTok of a bunch of women who was just talking about motherhood and how motherhood is a scam. How motherhood is a scam. Now, some people love motherhood, but some people who, especially single mothers, a lot of these women, especially brown women, I think brown women are just going to stop having children by these men. Because see, the thing is, and this is what other groups of women said too, these men, their attitudes change towards you after you have their child. Their attitude just completely changes. And they're all lovey-dovey. You got this great relationship, and the minute you have their child, everything changes. And it doesn't matter what color you are. And that's what I'm talking about. And especially brown women. Brown women, the men in the community, I know it's some men who stick around for their children, but for the most part, a lot of men in the brown community have a bad habit of just leaving, abandoning their children, and leaving the woman to do it all by herself. And that does not work in the United States of America. It takes a village, but in the United States of America, the brown woman does not have a village to turn to. She don't have a village. So it's just best not to have children right now. Really, under this climate, with everything that's going on in the United States of America, it's best not to have children, period, with what's going on. Okay, because you're going to constantly be fearing for them. You're going to constantly be in fear for them because you're already grown. So you can take care of yourself. But when it comes to a child and having to put a child through school and the things they're doing with the schools and putting in schools, you have to worry about their safety. Hold on. I don't know what the heck. But anyway, yeah, you have to worry about their safety and all of that doggone stuff right there. So it's just not worth it. It's not worth it. And it gets to a point where you just really have to not care about what people think. At this point, I told you I'm in the point where I don't really respect society. I don't respect society like that. But anyway, I just felt like going live. I don't want to walk. I want to do this. Okay, thank you. Now I got that far away. That far away. But anyway, yeah. But I have to. Hello. So anyway, yeah. Can't listen to what society says. Just really, if you just listen to your inner self and do what the inner self, your gut tells you to do, and you follow what your intuition tells you to do, basically, then everything else is a wrap. It shouldn't matter what anybody else think. Yes, it is. It should not matter what anybody else has to say. Okay, but anyway, that's it. I'm just around over here driving. But that is it, and I will talk to you later.